Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here for this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Before we get started, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and Councilman Schneider, would you lead us this evening?
My honor.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Jonathan. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you all at home for watching this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. This evening's meeting is a Town Board voting meeting, and the date is Wednesday, September 16th, 2015. And at 6 p.m. this evening, the Town Board met in executive session to discuss a personnel matter. And also for the record, all Town Board members are present with us this evening with the exception of Councilman Lupinacci, who is attending a Putnam County committee meeting this evening up at the county building in Carmel. He will be joining us if this meeting does not conclude. By the time he gets here, he'll be joining the Town Board during this meeting. We have our town clerk, Ann Spofford, with us this evening, all the way down to my right. Ann, thanks for being here. All the way down to my left is Greg Fulchetti, our excellent town attorney. Greg, thanks for being here. Okay, the first item on the agenda this evening is to accept the town board minutes of August 5th, 19th, and 22nd of 2015. I need a motion to accept those.
So moved.
Okay, so moved by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, number 2 on your agenda this evening is a resolution authorizing the addition to the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Councilman Schneider, would you read number 2?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the addition of the following names to the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Lauren Icken. I offer this resolution as read. Second.
Okay, offered by Councilman Schneider, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you, and I'd like to thank Lauren Eichen for joining the roles of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Thank you for your service to the community. Okay, next resolution is number 3, is a resolution authorizing the reduction of a bond for Giordano Gervasi subdivision, tax map number 63.1-16. Councilman Lombardi, would you read this one?
Whereas application has been made by John Giordano and Michelle Gervasi for reduction of a bond posted in accordance with land subdivision and/or zoning regulations for the Giordano subdivision on Bullet Hole Road, tax map number 63.1-1-16. And whereas said application has been reviewed by town engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., and a reduction of the bond has been recommended and approved by the planning board. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the reduction of the aforementioned bond posted for the aforesaid Giordano subdivision from its original amount of $48,300 to a reduction of $22,000. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, offered by Councilman Lombardi, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution number 4 is a resolution releasing a bond and authorizing the substitution of a collateral for RPK Precision Homes Incorporated, tax map number 55.14-1-5.1-5.5 and 55.10-1-23-25. Susie, would you read this one, please?
5.1 through 5.5 on the first tax lot, and 23 through 25 on the second.
Okay, great. Thanks, Greg. Yep.
Okay.
Susie, would
Yep.
you read this one?
Whereas the application has been made by the RPK Precision Homes, Inc. for the total land subdivision and/or zoning regulations for tax map number 55-14-1 through 5.1 through 5.5 and 55.10-1-23 through 25 with respect to the RPK Precision Homes Site Plan, Seminary Hill Road, Town of Carmel. And whereas said application has been reviewed by the town engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., and release of the bond and substitution of new collateral has been recommended and approved by the town engineer and the Town of Carmel Planning Board. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the release of the Mahopac National Bank Letter of Credit number 200310 in the amount of $150,000 and substitution of Mahopac National Bank Letter of Credit number 530001611 in the amount of $773,000. I offer this resolution as read.
Seconded.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Schneider. I just want, so for the benefit of the public, the reason that you're seeing this substitution of the bonds is that the applicant originally, it's kind of loud, the applicant originally was proposing 7 single-family homes or 8?
It was a regular residential subdivision for single-family purposes. He came back and amended that, or at least came up with a site plan for the property for one or more of the lots that involved the proposed construction of, I believe, 50-some-odd senior
Senior
housing
housing.
units. And that changed the bond amount, changed the site work, changed the bond amount.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Greg. So the developer or builder changed the scope of the project from single-family homes to senior housing units, 50 senior housing units on the site as opposed to single-family homes. So that's why the increase of the bond amount that you see here tonight from $150,000 to $773,000, because it's a larger scope project and requires additional bonds to cover the all the elements and scope of the design of the project as well, so. Okay, all right, roll call vote, Ann, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried, thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 5, is a resolution authorizing the attendance at a seminar. Councilman Schneider, would you read this one?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., to attend the Southeast New York Stormwater Conference, sponsored by the Lower Hudson Coalition of Conservation Districts in Beacon, New York, on October 15, 2015. And be it further resolved that the cost of registration and other necessary expenses be advanced or reimbursed by the Town Comptroller's Office upon audit and approval. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lombardi. Roll call vote?
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, resolution number 6 is a resolution authorizing emergency expenditure of monies from the Carmel Sewer District Number 2 Repair Reserve Fund. Councilman Lombardi, would you read number 6?
Sure. Whereas the Town of Carmel has a repair reserve fund for Carmel Sewer District Number 2, established pursuant to GML 6D, and whereas in cases of emergencies, monies in such fund may be expended by resolution approved by not less than 2/3 of the members of the governing body, and whereas it is recommended that the Town Controller's Office that the monies in the funds be used to pay for the cost of emergency repairs. Now therefore be it resolved by the Town Board of the Town of Carmel authorizing the appropriation of monies from the Repair Reserve Fund not to exceed $59,062.69 for emergency repairs expended in 2015. And be it further resolved that not less than 1/2 of the money so expended be repaid in fiscal year 2016, and the total amount shall be repaid in full not later than the last fiscal day of 2017. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 7, is a resolution authorizing the discontinuance of litigation. And Susie, would you read this one?
Yep. Whereas there is currently pending in the Supreme Court, County of Putnam, State of New York, under indexes numbers 225-2014, a certain lawsuit entitled Carmel Sewer District Number 2 versus Siemens Corporation, Siemens Water Technologies Corporation, Evoqua, Water Technologies LLC, in regard to the performance of the existing microfiltration membrane units located at the Carmel Sewer District Number 2 wastewater treatment plant. And whereas a pilot study was sponsored and funded by the City of New York Department of Environmental Protection regarding the potential replacement of the existing microfiltration membrane units, said replacement to also be funded by New York State DEP through its capital replacement agreement with the New York State Department of Environmental Facilities. And whereas authorized New York State DEP representatives have confirmed that the results of the reference pilot study were satisfactory and that the existing MMUs at the Carmel Sewer District Number 2 wastewater treatment plant will in fact be replaced, and such replacement will be funded by New York City DEP through its capital replacement agreement with NYSEFC. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the discontinuance of the aforementioned litigation, and be further resolved that the Town Council, Gregory L. Fulchetti, is hereby authorized to sign on behalf of the Town of Carmel the stipulation of discontinuance to be filed with the Putnam County Supreme Court in the referenced action. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Schneider. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, that completes our agenda items for this evening's Town Board voting meeting. Anybody from the public like to come up and speak on agenda items only? No? There being none? All right, new business portion of the meeting, the open forum, where you can address the Town Board and make any comments or ask any questions of the Town Board, but it has to be town-related matters or business. Okay, there being none, we do have some announcements to make, and let's start all the way down to my right with Councilman Schneider.
This is for all water district customers. The town water meter readings are due by September 30th, 2015. They can be entered directly through the town's website at carmelny.org, or you can be mailing in your water meter reading postcards, or you can even call the comptroller's office at 845-628-1500. It's extremely important that you supply us with the readings so that your billing is based on actual usage and not an estimate. Again, 628-1500, carmelny.org, or through the water meter read postcards.
Great, thanks, Jonathan. Frank?
This coming Saturday is the Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks Department Fitness Fair. The Fitness Fair is the town's first annual event where local businesses come together to provide services and products towards the community's health and fitness. Now is a great opportunity to become a new journey towards getting in shape, eating right, and finding a fitness program that's right for you. Again, it's this coming Saturday, the 19th, at Sycamore Park between the hours of 12 and 4. Rain date, I don't think it's supposed to rain, is this coming Sunday from 12 to 4. Wear comfortable clothes so you can move, and if you plan to participate, and of course bring water to be hydrated. For information on becoming a vendor at the fitness fair, please call the recreation office at 845-628-7888. Okay. The next is something that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. This is the notice of water emergency in Carmel Water District Number 12. Restrictions have been imposed by the town board based on a resolution on September 2nd, and some of the things that are prohibited at this point is the washing of motor vehicles, cleaning and washing of outside of buildings, bleeding of supply lines for purposes of maintaining constant flow, flooding of outdoor skate rinks, operation of swimming pools, except swimming pools designated and used exclusively for medical treatment, the use of automatic plumbing flush fixtures, the new installation of refrigerators and air conditioning equipment requiring the use of water, and the watering of lawns and private gardens, and the operation of ornamental ponds, pools, and fountains.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Susie?
Oh,
Yeah, there we
sure.
go.
Yep. The registration is open now for the 2015 Carmel Recreation Fall Classes. You can register at Sycamore Park Monday through Friday from 9 to 4, or you can mail in your registration. You make the check payable to Carmel Recreation and send it to 790 Long Pond Road in Mahopac. For more information on the classes and the forms, proceed to the website www.carmelny.org/recreation, or, which is new, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks Department. And also for the Carmel Recreation, Thursday, October 1st, there's going to be the open meeting, which is open to everyone. It's going to be at 7:30 at Sycamore Park. There is no formal agenda, and all residents and representatives of interested organizations are invited to attend. The purpose is to obtain views from the community on ways to improve and strengthen the Recreation Department programs. The meeting will not be limited to a formal agenda, as the advisory committee would like to hear from the community on all matters affecting recreation. And that's
Okay,
it.
Thanks, Sue. All right, I just have a couple announcements. The Reed Memorial Library, which is located up in the hamlet of Carmel, it's our, one of two public libraries in the town of Carmel. This is up in the hamlet. This is their newsletter. Happenings and notable trends, building improvements include replacing old and cracked front doors and converting all lighting to LED. This was accomplished with a 60% grant from NYSEG and is predicted to result in a 70% savings in electricity costs for lighting. There is an increase in the use of downloadable materials from the library, as well as an increase in the use of print books. An increasing number of people come to the library with laptops looking for a comfortable place to access Wi-Fi and work quietly to look to the library as a resource for lifelong learning opportunities. This encourages us to make the best use of the space we have, clearing out the old, unused, and reorganizing what remains to accommodate this growing need. Comcast series Know Your Local Library was filmed in the library in August and will be available for viewing in a few weeks on Comcast Channel 8 and through our website, Get to Know the Library a Little Better. The library is a shared resource, something we all own, take care of, and work together for. The library staff and board continue to be guided by three goals: to care for the building, to meet the community needs with the best possible service, and to be cost efficient in all that we do. Now, with that said, on October 5th, Monday, October 5th, registered voters in the Reed Memorial Public Library District, the town of Carmel, which is not in the Mahopac School District. So anyone who is not in the Mahopac School District will go to the polls to approve an increase of $1,663 for a total of $229,463 to be raised by the levy for the purpose of funding the library's operating budget and to fill two trustee positions on the library's board. The election will be held, and budget vote will be held once again on Monday, October 5th, at the Carmel Firehouse on Glenida Avenue from 12 noon to 8 p.m. So if you would like to come out and cast your vote in regards to the Reed Memorial Library operating budget for 2016, you have the opportunity to do so on October 5th at the Carmel Firehouse from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Also, this is a public notice. The Town Board of the Town of Carmel will reschedule its Town Board work session for Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. So that's next Wednesday, September 23rd, 2015. We will not be meeting that evening to Wednesday, September 30th, 2015 at 7 p.m. at the Carmel Town Hall. So next week, we will not be meeting. The following, on Wednesday, September 30th, we will be meeting. And the reason for that change is I will be submitting the tentative Town of Carmel operating budget for 2016 on September 30th. Originally, the September 30th was the fifth Wednesday of the month, and we usually don't meet on the fifth Wednesday of the month. But because my budget has to be submitted by September 30th, that's why we're meeting on the 30th instead of the 23rd. So see everybody on September 30th. I will be submitting the Town of Carmel 2016 tentative operating budget for next year. All right, so does anybody have any other comments that they'd like to make?
No.
All right.
To our Jewish friends, wish them a happy and healthy New Year.
Happy and healthy New Year. Absolutely, Frank,
One of
thank
the
you.
reasons why we're actually postponing the meeting is Yom Kippur is on next Wednesday. That's one of the main reasons why we changed the date.
Oh, okay.
He didn't,
No.
he didn't tell me.
He didn't tell you? Oh, Tuesday night at sundown.
They have school. School's closed on Wednesday.
Who's close Wednesday? Okay, good, thanks, Frank. All right, so good night, everyone, be well. I need a motion to close the meeting. So moved by Councilwoman McDonough, seconded by
Me.
Councilman Lombardi. All those in favor? Aye. Aye, good night, everyone, be well. We will see you on September 30th, 7 p.m., Town Board work session, correct? Work session and tentative budget presentation.
They're off on Wednesday.
We're closing the meeting from here.
Starts
Good night.
2, sundown the next, all right.
That's it, Dominic?
All right, because sundown isn't
Just
until
in case the
7:30.
sun stayed a little out
That's
longer.
it.
You gotta worry.
That's not why we moved the meeting, Frank. We moved the meeting because,
Thank you.
oh. Yeah, and. No, thank you for saving my butt.
Sundown to sundown.
Is it?
Right.
Sundown, right? Is it sundown?
Sundown's Tuesday to sundown Wednesday.
Yeah, Jonathan, is it
Can't
it's
really-
sundown on
Can't go by
Tuesday?
Jonathan.
Tuesday the 22nd?
I follow Ann, she tells me
Oh.
what days the holidays are.
Ann's the Jewish calendar. You follow the Ann calendar. Did you close yesterday and today? Yesterday and the day before?
It's the day
Both days were off?
I got your ticket, Frank.
Next Wednesday is, yeah,
This is
starting
Rosh
at
Hashanah.
Tuesday, Sunday.
Now it's Rosh Hashanah, right? Or we just finished?
We just finished.
All right, so we're going into Yom Kippur.
I keep my wallets in the car, so when we walk outside.
So first they celebrate, and then they,
Oh, good, yes.
And
I
So
they-
what do we do when I light the
Thank you,
menorah up in
Cindy,
Cornwall?
5, right?
That's just the
Yeah.
lighting of the menorah?
You got it from Tony.
Damn, I was gonna bring Carly.
what?
When I light the menorah, it's Hanukkah. I'm not here. Yeah, exactly. Like I wear yarmulke.
Neither do I, but I have one at home.
Yeah, who gave it to you? Father, not Father, Rabbi Hammerman. How's he doing? He's down in Harrison now, right?
Yes. I guess you're doing good.
So Frank help Susie out?
Oh.
All right, see that? 7:30, guys.
Yeah, I told Lupo to say, he's not, they didn't even get called yet.
He's not coming.